Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good afternoon. How are you guys? Good? Alhamdulillah. All right. So my name is Azari. I'm the founder of Academy Usaha Micro, which today I would like to share with you on our new startup idea, which is digitalizing ASEAN SME through online. All right. If you can see from here, based on the statistics, 70% of the SME in Malaysia does not even have a proper online presence or even a simple website. And as per statistic by Statistica, 1.5 billion worth of websites in the world, 75% of them are not even active. All right, so these are the issues that they face when they want to be an online for the SME business owner. It's relatively expensive, no knowledge, time constraint, no time to develop, no IT support because most of them are pretty small, micro and small entrepreneurs. It's very difficult, and whenever they have a proper website or online presence, maintenance issue will comes in. All right. So if you look at this, this is our solution, which is thegusto.com, our Facebook-powered e-commerce web store, where basically we can just simply turn your Facebook page into a professional-looking, mobile-optimized e-commerce website ready in only 2 minutes. All right, so this is our brand in our company. We have 4 in our team, myself as the founder and Karis the CEO of the Academy Usaha Micro, and my partner, Juan On. We have 2 young blood, multimedia chief, Adam, as the one who managing the operation as well as the multimedia, as well as our admin lady, which is Umi Kasum. Now, our innovation consists of a lot of features and benefits for the SME entrepreneurs. There's so many themes inside the solution. It is custom domain and page. You can use the domain and page editing to add on more pages, newsletter for marketing, mobile tablet friendly, and also integrated with SEO friendly. And the best part is only integrated from your Facebook to sync into your website and with e-commerce ready as well. And I can show you the demo here, how to play. How do you play? Sorry. That's a simple demo. Oh, okay. Okay, kita copy dia punya ni link tu thegusto.com. Then kita pergi kat situ. Kita try, dia akan cuba convert. And this is how it is converted. See? Dah siap website. Tak sampai dalam masa. Tada! Cek dah sebab semua posting kita, rating semua dah keluar kan. Ni about kan, kita buat kan, kita dah update dulu yang mula kita buat dulu kan. So dia akan keluar lah. Tu. Boleh tambah, boleh tukar, boleh edit. Ni apa yang ada sekarang nampak. Semua posting macam dah keluar. Cuba klik satu posting kan. Video pun keluar. Ada semua. So dah jadi macam blog. Automatic jadi macam blog.
Ada sengkang satu salam.
Lepas as tu okay, boleh nanti kita show. So all the posting will be synchronized from your Facebook. Keluar lah. Assalam. Nampak? Automatic tu keluar. Okay, we have been recognized by few awards and recognition as well. We were the top 100 startups Maxis Market Access Day last year. We were selected, and we were the top 30 and Mbank BizRace last year as well. And we have been featured with few startup competition worldwide, which is in Dublin, in Korea, as well as in Germany. We've just selected as a top 100 in Startup Turkey this April, inshallah, but we're still looking into the final result by Startup Turkey. And we just recently, last 2 days, won the award of Malaysian Green Project Management Award, cross-border digital program for ASEAN and B40 entrepreneurs under the UNDP SDG. And obviously, we are also one of the e-commerce strategic roadmap partner by MDAC. MDAC came to our office last year. One of our success story, the award as the top seller award using our platform, katakayu.com, you can see from later. And also, these are some of the example of the what do you call that? The sample of the website they have done. And if you look at the competition, there's so many competition, but we believe that we are very easy, fast, and affordable for the SME owner to take into our solution. And we target this year to increase from 60 subscription last year to 3,000 this year. That will bring us around 2.1 million worth of revenue this year. Our business model is straightforward, subscription-based yearly, and we're also running workshop, mentoring program, as well as training, marketing, as well as marketing services for the users. ASEAN is our target market, 65.5 million SME owners in ASEAN. 1% will give us at least 458 million worth of revenue if we get the target market. This is our marketing strategies. We work closely with a lot of groups. And of course, for today, we are looking at partners to expand with our ASEAN SME market. And we need mentor and coach to expand in ASEAN as well as investors for the investment opportunity with us. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum Azari.
Salam.
So I think this one is a very good initiative.
Alright.
So in terms of market sharing, do you do any survey on how many current system that available in market?
Yes, we do. In Malaysia, we have a direct competitor. What we say is competitor. We have a direct competitor head to head. They have been for I think earlier 2 years than us, 2-3 years earlier than us. But our value is more towards, because we've been running the academy for quite some time. So that value actually gives a huge, a better value to the subscribers for them to subscribe to the tools that we have over here. And overseas, there are so many players. There are so like website 123, they are like Wix.com, all these players are the main competitors. But our solution, pretty simple. Most of them are using social media anyway, especially Facebook page. That will help them to start and maintain their online presence. Yeah.
So is there any partner involved in development of the system?
Yes, we have partners. We have partners in overseas as well. We have our e-commerce partners, which is Kedirect is one of our partner. And of course, with payment gateway, all the payment gateways have been approaching us as well to bring them to be in e-commerce as well as to be selling the products online.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, my first impression of your page is that I think that if this thing goes big, you put a lot of freelance developers out of business.
Okay. All right.
And congratulations on all the awards. I think you guys are on the right track
Thank you very
on to
much.
progressing.
All right.
Okay, so
Thanks a
I'm
lot, sir.
curious. At the moment, do you guys have any international out of Malaysia subscribers?
Okay, we don't have yet, but we have spoken to our potential partner from Thailand and Indonesia. We can actually sell to any ASEAN country, but they have came down to Malaysia. I presented to them. So this year, by right, supposed to be the leap year for us to be in other countries in ASEAN, especially Indonesia. That is the biggest market in ASEAN anyway. So give us like 1% of the market in Indonesia, that will create another 21.4 million worth of revenue US dollar per year. So it's a challenge for us, but we have to just leap ourselves this year.
Okay. My advice is I think you guys can focus on Western countries where the currency is stronger, so you can, price it at sepatutnya, like the right price points at the different like Europe countries and US country, so that like per sale per subscriber that you get is worth like maybe 10 of the Asian country subscribers, right?
Agree.
You will be able to grow faster.
Agree with you, sir. We pitched actually at the knowledge conference in Las Vegas this April. They're very interested in our solution, but we are not selected yet to be the top 10. Hopefully, we are selected to be the top 10. Then we are looking at, like you said, the Western countries like European as well as the North America market, so that they can adopt to this with a better value of revenue. Actually, yeah, I totally agree with you. So we have to expand. Thanks. All right. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Digasto. So we move on to our second startup for today. Please welcome Express Fuel.
Okay. I would like to call upon my partner Izzat and also Zaidi. Right. Good morning, everyone. I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ashman, And this is Izzat, and also this is my also other partner, Zaidi. So we are from Express Fuel. So what we do is that we intend to deliver petrol to your vehicle. So what happened is there's a problem actually in the market that how many guys of you feel that your guys are just too lazy to go to petrol station and you spend a lot of time looking for it, and also you are also how to say um, you want things fast, and by the time you left your office and you notice that your petrol tank is almost near close to zero. It happens to everyone, right? And also when by the time when you reach your petrol station, there's a lot of cars as well, especially on Fridays. Last time there used to be weekly petrol price changing, but now what we are doing is that we are offering customers as well as businesses the solutions that instead of you guys go to petrol station, we come to you guys. So we see this as a problem in a community, and this has been implemented in several countries, and we intend to do this in Malaysia, and looking forward, we will expand this to Southeast Asia. So in, it seems that this problem is universal, even in suburbans. When we interview the rural areas people, they seem that some of them live far away from the petrol station, as far as 30 or 40 kilometers just to come to a small town just to refill the petrol. So what we are offering to everybody is that it's a mobile app solution. It's integrating to your location as well as to your phone, and it will link to some a payment system that can integrate direct payment, and when upon your request, we will get our driver to send petrol to your cars upon your respective locations. Imagine, okay, let's say this has been thoroughly been studied in US, where we found that it's ultimately safe as long as your car is on stationary and you left your car open with your petrol tank, and we'll let our guys to refuel it for you. And this is what we are actually currently doing. This is very high level discussion with some of the top leaders of the industry. And this is a disclaimer. We are currently sending our proposal to SME Corp as well as Platform Ventures to trademark this idea so that it will retain on us, and we will provide multiple solutions, not multiple companies for your choices. For example, BHP or Shell or Petron as your options to refuel your vehicle. So we see that there's leaders from the industry, CEO of SME Corp that has very interested with our idea, and it's safe to say that we are in a very primary phase of this project. And what we are looking into is investors and also partners that is interested in our company. And we are confident that in 2 years or 3 years down the road, this will revolutionize what the most longest supply chain that has never been touched in the country before. And we are offering not just customers as well as businesses, but also all companies, the more demands for them and also revenue that they can make. And ultimately, this is a solution, a convenience that it's peak to everybody. And we believe that this is not just solving your problem in terms of time and also convenience, but also your money. We've studied that these savings can be up to 1,500 per year, as well as a reduction of emissions by 20%. Imagine, when you left your house or your office space, you don't have to worry about whether you have to go to your petrol station and refill. Instead, you can just pick up your spouses, your partners, or straight go back to your home. And even as simple as driving to the petrol station, it's a time and also cost consumption. So what we want to offer is convenience at its best to everybody. And last but not least, we see that these are the 3 countries that have been started long before our countries has done it. And let me brief you who are us. We are 4 of us, and little, we are very much less manpower because if we look at our timeline here, we are currently, we've already met several industry leaders as well as the regulatory body, and we would like to set up as soon as by middle of this year, and we would see our first revenue would come as early next year. And everybody, we do not want to disclose yet our website as well as our app yet, because it's very preliminary, and it's very confidential because it involves trademark. And thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you can approach us as anytime as you want. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum Ashman.
Salam.
I think idea tu menarik. So basically, is there any proof of concept that currently you are doing?
Sorry?
Proof of concept in terms of delivering your system, apps ataupun your macam mana you nak hantar minyak?
We did a simulation back in last month when we present this to Encik Azmi, and it fits our financial modeling as well as operation modeling.
So how about the government policy in terms of buying or selling?
Once we got to tap the all giant companies like BHP, Petron or Shell, the hurdle to pass through the KP and KK, in terms of license, in terms of how many 1,000 liters fuel that we need to buy is easier to pass. But if we want to do from scratch, like all license is quite tough. So that's why we present our proposal to Captain HP via his pegawai tugas khas and also the licensing. They asked us to tap the giant companies that already there, like BHP, Petron, so that we can sourcing the petrol or diesel through them, and we no need to reapply all the license again.
Okay, good pitch, good pitch.
All right.
First of all, I want to praise you guys for the good effort in connecting to all the right departments and approaching all these big departments and people. Okay, I think that's a very good move for someone as young as you guys, a young team.
Thank you.
Right. Okay, so let me comment on a few things. First of all, is your pitch. Just now there was one part where you asked a question: how many of you have this problem? Right.
Correct.
But I saw that you didn't give a time for the audience to react.
Oh, okay.
Right? Yeah, I think next time if you pitch, it's a good thing to have, because it's you give them time to react, they'll be able to connect more to your pitch. Right? And then it's a good time for you to gauge your audience feedback as well, without doing survey and all, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Instant feedback. So okay, so right now, who's your target market?
Okay. This is the exact same question when the special officer to the Ministry of Domestic Trade asked us. So currently there's no there's no status quo ways of selling both to businesses as consumers. But we intend this to do for businesses first. Then when things are stable, we will approach customers. Reason being is that we see a potential that when we refuel, we see there's a higher return of investment in businesses first instead of customers. Where in fact, when we discuss with potential investors, board of directors from an unnamed oil company, he mentioned that they want us to approach customers first instead of businesses. So we are still get the right businesses before we approach the market. Yeah.
So businesses, you mean like a logistics company that needs like mass refilling of vehicles?
Correct.
Currently existing, how do they refuel their vehicles? Have you found out about that?
Currently, how the existing ones, they would send their own drivers to the petrol station and also a return bit.
Like example, there's a fleet of 100 buses or 100 lorries, they will send one by one to the petrol station.
Correct. Based on routine. So what happened is that, let's say this week there's 4 or 5 lorries or tankers that is low on consumption, they will send to the petrol station, and next week another 5 or 10 that will go to the petrol station.
I think B2B is a good place to start, because okay, so my next comment is that you have to find the right price point when you price this to consumers.
That is correct.
Right, Because one thing is because first of all, you transport the petrol is not cheap. I think it's like huge tanker or lorry that carry all those petrol, right? Involve a lot of costs.
Okay. Okay, our size of our tanker is 5,000 liter. It's as small as a normal small van of truck. So you can see it can maneuver office spaces. So how, I mean, if I go this into detail, how it works is that imagine you are a staff of Magic. So you will partner with us, Express Fuel. So what happens is that we will come to your office while your vehicles are open on your fuel tank, and we come one by one by one by one. So that's how we intend to refill your vehicles.
Okay, my last comment is on back on price point is that you have to find the right sweet spot between your operational costs as well as the user behavior, because Malaysians love cheap fuel. Whenever there's a news of price going up, they will go and queue at petrol station damn long.
That's correct.
Right? And right now, cashback.
Correct,
So
that's correct.
there will be some competition for you, the challenge there.
Understand. Right now we are the preliminary or the frontier company that is handling or future revolutionize the longest supply chain that has ever been untapped in Malaysia. Thank you very much, everybody, for your attention.
Thank you, Express Fuel. So up next, we move on to our third startup for today. Please welcome Grid.
Okay, hello, assalamualaikum and a very good morning. We are from the Grid Space. So these are my team, Wani and Nadia, and myself. My name is Kay. So yeah, let's start. All right, so basically what is Grid? Grid is actually similar to the place that we are in right now. It's actually a co-working space. But it's more on a, but we are actually more than a co-working space. We are a creative hub, co-work, and also an event space. We are located in Subang Jaya SS15, which is very nearby to our LRT station. And we have a Japanese design concept, our design, and it is purposely designed as transformable, which means it can be transformed into anything, the space itself. And it aims to give a practical, comfortable, yet chill and cool workspace for individual or group work. So as you can see, we have a co-working, we had an event space before, and it's a creative hubs. Yeah. Okay, so basically the problems that we find out right now in general, like most workplace usually triggers stress and anxiety. So when I say about workplace, is more towards the office buildings right now. And then that's where the co-working spaces are established. But however, like the co-working spaces, right? Most co-working spaces doesn't really connect with the community. So that's where Grid comes in. So the solutions what makes Grid unique is because it creates opportunity among co-workers and also founders to build connection with their communities by providing business matching and referrals. For example, like a few days ago, we just had a coffee session with BNI Global. So this coffee session, we invited a whole lot of entrepreneurs from different industries to meet and to share their business, and we share the referrals among each other. And also we upscale to a creative hub. So we are not the normal co-working space. Like we are also a creative hub. When I say creative hub, is anyone can be creatives, even from the corporates or into like art industry or whatnot. So from this creative hub, we focus more on people interaction and we build strong community. All right, so another solution that that Grid can provide is we are actually a diverse hub. So Grid makes international figures reachable. So basically Grid can become a hub of international creatives or international entrepreneurs to come in. So basically, these are actually our customers, our co-workers at the current moment right now. So we have In Creative. He's from Dubai. Yeah, he is the founder of In Creatives. So he went to our co-working space for a few months as a member. And we also have Enya. If you know, Enya is they are the owner of biodegradable pads at the moment. It's kind of, the name is quite big right now in Malaysia. So we have our Korean influencers. They had come to Grid before for our meet and greet. We have Neolin. She's actually a very talented videographer in Malaysia. We had Yuna coming into our space as well, and also Mizi Wahid, if you know, he's from Singapore, speaker, and also Nadir, YouTube content creator from Dubai. Okay, next. All right, so another thing is because our space itself, it creates a warmthness and a fun and intimate ambience or environment. And it's a homey place, and it's actually a place to inspire and get inspired. It creates creative diversities, and it's worldwide as well, and networking diversity. So how it works, how do Grid reach the solutions is because Grid speaks for itself. Like our space, this is the layout of our space. So we consist of a very comfortable lounge. As you can see, we have a carpeted area with bean bags and cozy swing rattan chairs. And yeah, so these are the Zen concept. And the meeting rooms are very spacious. It can fit up to 15 to 20 packs. And yeah, and we also have a huge, the pantry area for people to network and socialize. Okay, so these are, and also actually Grid had performed some of the solutions. Our previous client was Q2Han. They were the social influencers in Korea. So they had the meet and greet. So there were actually 700 packs people came in our space when we started off for this event. So we managed to get sponsors. It was quite a short notice of this event. So it was about 2 weeks before the event, 2 months before the event, we managed to get some sponsors. These are the big names also, Inside Scoop, Vainora, Velvet Vanity, KTO. All right, so we have our NGO bodies came in. They booked the meeting room for 3 days. All right, so some of the workshops that we had, and we also have some corporate event. Petronas came in. All right, so these are our, services that we offer at the moment. And the business revenue, mostly space rental, 80%. And these are the competitors. We compared with our co-working space in Subang. So yeah. And the timeline is for 2024. We want to expand globally. All right, so thank you so much for hearing us today. Is it done? Is it done?
Okay, Assalamualaikum, great team.
Yep.
So since 2015, a lot of co-working space kat Malaysia. So my first question actually is, what you think you're different between Grid and also CWS in Magic? Yeah, in Magic. Here.
In Magic or co-working space in Magic. Yeah, our layout, basically we have more things that can break the ice, and we are not rigid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of rental, so how much you charge per client or per tenant?
Our spaces are divided into 3 categories: whole space, lounge, and also meeting rooms. So like for the whole space, we have a default hours, which is around 4 hours. So that one is around 500 ringgit.
Because I see
for the whole space.
your get back to your finance. Because I see
okay.
in terms of your
The last one?
yes, the last one.
Yep.
This one.
Yep,
okay.
this one. Yeah.
Because your monthly overhead is around 25,000 per month.
Yep.
So how you cover between your rental and also your overhead?
So basically, the rental itself, we've done a projection. So how many days that we aim for space rentals. And also, but the space rental itself is not only the rental, we also provide packages. For example, like food packages, or for example, we also have birthday parties or any type of events that they want to do, we provide packages instead of only the space rental to maximize the sales.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of feedback, I think you can look into MSG status. So I read somewhere that if the building
Uh-huh.
have co-working space, they are entitled for MSG status. I think you can look into that.
Embassy.
MST status.
Oh, MSC. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Okay, where's your co-working space located at?
SS15.
Like which part?
Do you know where the famous Rojak is?
No.
Or do you know KFC?
KFC.
KFC, yeah.
Oh,
So
okay, that road.
is that is that building?
That row lah.
That row,
Oh,
correct.
okay, all right. How long have you guys been operating?
We started since March last year.
March last year, and you guys got all these big names on board, and
Yeah, we managed to get all the names
That is
in.
pretty impressive. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, so same questions on your overhead. So 25,000 a month is quite scary to to sustain or to hit. So what do you guys need to do in order to break even?
Okay, basically, right, this is actually a projected overhead. Because the purpose we are here today is actually to ask for funding. So our current overhead right now is around 5 to 6K. Because the salaries itself, because we want to, in order for us to go big, to achieve our timeline, so I think we need a huge, competent team. So that's why 65% of the salaries is that. Because we planning to hire a competent sales and also marketing team. And also, so mostly is the marketing team, because we want people to get to know Grid more. I think that's the main problem at the moment for us, is on making people to get to know Grid more, instead of, so we have to hire the competent workers. So that's why salaries is that. Sorry,
no, okay, so let's say I give you $1 million today.
Okay.
What will you do with $1 million?
What will we do with the $1 million? Huh? Sorry, neither. What will we do with the $1 million? So what we will do is we will, okay, on the, sorry. Okay, yeah, so basically from the timeline, as you can see, sorry, I don't know how to use this. Problems. Okay, from the timeline. So when we have that amount of money, what will we do is, first of all, obviously hiring the right people to do it, for people to know Grid more, and we will boost up the sales. And once we get the names in, what we'll do is we will want to get a standalone building, because right now Grid is only at the second floor of a shop lot. So what we want to do is probably an expansion, because our business model is only a co-working space and event space. So we want to probably rent the whole building, so that the second floor can become a private suite, for example. Because private suite right now is highly in demand. Like people want to, most companies who doesn't have office, like freelancers and whatnot, they want to rent a fixed space for monthly rental, like, because it's cheap, the overhead is cheap. So we want to go to that stage first, and then once it's big, we want to expand lah, like probably open up a new branch, and also expand globally, and also, that's the plan.
My last question, why SS15?
Okay, the reason why is because I'm actually from Monash University, Sunway. So it's actually a very dense population of students there, and it's a center. It's very nearby to LRT station. The parking is a bit hard, but then it's a center. Like people will go to Subang, and it's a center between KL and also Shah Alam, or in between Cyberjaya or Putrajaya to KL is actually in the middle. So it has a huge potential because it's strategically located as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Grid. So, okay, so we will take a break for 2 minutes, guys. So we'll come back for another 2 minutes, yeah, to start for another 3 more startup to pitch, okay? So see you in a bit. Thank you. Hi guys, so do you guys ready to continue for our 3 more startup to pitch today? Okay, thank you. So let's start our 4th startup to pitch for today. Please welcome Spago Mills.
Hi, good morning. I'm Nicholas. I'm from Spago Mills. My team and I are actually here. Nicholas, Iqbal, and Nikki. So basically, we're a pre-mixed spice brand. So basically, whereby malnutrition is actually a public health problem, but people actually don't realize that obesity is actually a more visibly and more blatant health problem. So actually, more people are actually overweight than are underfed, if you guys didn't know. So basically, the obesity in Southeast Asia, namely in Malaysia, we have the highest rate. So about half of Malaysian citizens are actually at least overweight or obese. So basically, the problem that we are facing, how does obesity occur? From our research, we believe that activity levels, whereby, in the 80s and 90s, whereby kids and everyone used to be in the parks or at least have higher activity levels, whereby now we're just on our phones and stuff like this. So the rise of processed junk foods, namely the increase in trade, whereby every single company is able to send their foods around the world. And the last one would be parents don't have the time to actually properly monitor their kids' eating habits or the way they're actually living. So basically, many people come up with the solutions of healthy eating, but the way we look at it is, can we still enjoy our favorite Malaysian cuisines? Yes, of course. However, we just have to pay attention to the portions and specifically the ingredients used to prepare our favorite dishes. So our mission at Spago Meals is to promote and educate the importance of healthy eating. So our aim here is not to change your food preference, however, to be more efficient in our ingredient choices. So basically, our value proposition would be, we aim to give our consumers macro-friendly Malaysian delights as an alternative, simple one-step cooking methods, and focus on reducing food wastages. So basically, when we say healthy food, many people deem healthy as a type of dish. But the way we look at it is through macronutrients. Macronutrients are basically protein, fats, and carbs. So everyone, or we believe people should actually find the optimum daily calorie intake, and they should all focus on knowing what exactly are their maintenance calories. So our body works exactly the same as a machine, whereby if you inject too much fuel into a machine, it becomes inefficient. Same like how our body, we put in too much food, we tend to take on the extra calories, and thus overweight and obesity occurs. So the next one, whereby every single one of our product only requires a one-step cooking. So whereby we are actually a base. Every single one of our product only requires water and oil to activate the spices, and then you can go on with your recipe. So basically, for a rundown, traditionally you will require this many amount of ingredients. Ours only requires 3. So namely, the Spago Mills rendang powder, the dehydrated coconut milk, and the curry stick. So that's how that is the differences between the traditional method and Spago Mills. Next would be just the calories or calories per serving. So basically, we have the Spago Mills meat curry powder. Every single serving is only 10 grams, whereby you add water and oil to the same amount of chicken and whatever vegetables that you guys would want. And in terms of legacy brands, to cook the same curry dish, you will require 25 grams of powders and an assortment of raw ingredients. So our calories per serving is only 28 calories, whereas other legacy brands are at 110. We would say we are roughly at least 50% less calories compared to legacy brands. So our recipes can only can be done through our one-step cooking process, or even just a microwave oven. So basically, this is our products. We currently have 7 products, whereby we have the Nyonya fish asam pedas, the satay sauce, the sambal tumis, meat curry, satay marinade together with rendang. With just these 7 products, we are able to make over 30 dishes. So namely, just say if you want to make asam laksa, you just merge our Nyonya asam pedas with our meat curry, you get asam laksa. Yeah. So basically, just a brief background about our company. So my team and I, we actually own 4 brands. Spago Mills. Spago Mills, it's called Spago in China. Idaman Suri is a brand in Amway, and Pudding Base is actually our dessert brand. So the services that we currently provide, it's called Spago Eats, whereby we deliver our cooked meals to our customers. But the way we do this is we focus on something called a decentralized kitchen. So we hire, or we team up and partner with home cooks to deliver it to our corporate partners or end consumers that would like to taste our food. So our products are halal certified, we're MUSTI, and we are ISO 22000. And thank you very much, and please do ask us if you have any questions.
Okay, pretty interesting concept. You're making life very easy for us millennials who are lazy to cook.
Yep. So we believe in now everyone can cook. Yeah.
Okay, go find AirAsia, maybe they'll sponsor you this. Okay, how long have you guys been operating?
So currently for this brand, we have only been operating for about 2 to 3 years. However, we're actually we have a strategic partner of a premixed spice company. So our premixed spice manufacturer partner has actually experience in the airline food industry, as well as we supply as they supply to local food chains. So they're actually our parent company. So that's why this is our startup based on their product.
Right. Okay, so in these 3 years, so from the food delivery business, you guys will spin off the spices you guys use?
No, basically the food delivery is actually to
independent.
Yes, an added value. So you could either cook it by yourself, or you want us to deliver it directly to you. It could be done both ways.
So at the moment, have you guys launched this product?
Yeah, we have already launched the 7 products, but actually we have close to 140 products using all the same methods of the one-step cooking, water and oil to activate the spices. So, yeah.
Okay, so how's the customer adoption like?
Currently now, for Spago Mills, we used to be in Jaya Grocer, Hero Supermarket, and Macro. However, we pulled out, and now we only want to do it online. So we've teamed up with Lazada Mall to actually push out our products. And at the same time, with Spago Eats, just in the last month, we managed to do about 500 packs. And we hope to continuously keep improving in terms of acquiring customers as well as partners in terms of home cooks.
So like in terms of end users, how many of them are like in your past 2 months, 3 months, how is it like?
Currently now, in terms of Spago meals, the packet, we have sold about maybe about 150 to 200 packets because it's just a relaunch of the brand.
Right.
Yep.
I have one question. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe silly question. How do you pick up your name,
Oh,
Spago?
basically Spargo came from Spice Cargo.
Oh,
So
Spice.
yeah, Spice Cargo. Yeah, that's why it's Spargo. Yeah.
So in terms of marketing, so currently how much you invest in marketing?
Currently now, we don't really invest much in digital marketing or anything online yet because we're still building our team. However, we have actually went to many events whereby we've already sponsored a few catering events to actually let people to understand our product. Because the trade-off between everyone is they'll be wondering, if you're healthy, you won't taste good. So we would love to actually change that stigma by actually just letting people to try our products first, be it the cooked food or the powders, and let them consider us.
Okay, one important question. How much is one packet of those?
So basically, prior to this, when we were in the supermarkets, the only big problem that we had was because when we listed our products there, we had a tough time explaining to people whereby, just say a legacy brand meat curry will be 250 grams. It cooks a kilo of chicken. However, ours only requires 50 grams to cook the same amount of chicken. So in the eyes of the consumer, when they see 50 grams and 250 grams being the same price, that's where we were not able to actually pass across the message. So that's why we rethink our strategy, whereby we pulled out of all the supermarkets and try to just focus online, whereby we could actually guide the customer experience through the journey of purchasing.
So I think I have 2 advice for you. One is perhaps you can partner with those gyms.
Yep.
Those very health conscious people. I'm sure they're willing to invest more in this kind of product.
Yep.
Definitely. Run road shows perhaps, since the product is getting the message across.
Yep.
Perhaps you can look at Joby Butter. Recently they are very successful.
Yep, the peanut butter.
Fully,
the peanut butter bread.
Yeah, Joby, yeah. They are like what? Only fully online.
Yeah.
And then they're very good at the marketing side.
Yeah.
So like they really need to hit a huge revenue goal.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Sure. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Spago Mills. So up next, please welcome Deputy Tom. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Assalamualaikum warahmatullah. Waiting for the slides. While waiting for the slides, I just want to explain. Oh, okay, the slides already here. Okay. Firstly, I want to explain the history of Deep Enterprise. Previously, it was a company we become an agent for printing companies to print their products. So the customer reach us as basically it's a middleman task. Okay, but reaching the future, we are going forward to persuade IR 4.0, and this is our product. So problems on printing are poor printing quality usually, and poor material quality. When we do the printing okay, but the material is not good, it becomes worse, and the wrong sizing. And about Diptemi was an offline agent. We have been doing this for 10 years, and we have issues like printing delay because the customer wants it to be done, but the company cannot supply it on time, and then it will be a burden on us. And most of the time it's human error. Sometimes it's our staff being handling the issue not properly. So this is our customer feedback for the past 10 years. 40 was disgruntled, and 60% was more to poor printing quality, 30% is more to material quality, and 10% is due to wrong size. So following the printing, we want to revolutionize the printing industry by offering a service through Chetta Works making and the product itself, the outcome. So how it works. So currently, we did an interface. It's a dummy interface. They have to create, so the client can create an account and log in, and they can select product, upload the file, and add delivery address. That's the address of the client, and they can make payment online. So this is the interface. So we start with login, and then we select what do we want to do, the document printing, letterhead, or poster printing. And here they can calculate the price. So we don't have to, oh, can we have cheaper price of blah, 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 the middleman things, right? So we can just calculate the price and then get it done, and the customer can upload the file and get all these steps and pay it. So currently our target market is people from 18 to 40 years old. From the statistics, gov.my, it's around 139K, 5% of it. That's our target market. And we market it through internet and advertisement through social media. But this app is still is actually an ideation, not yet developed. So this is our business and revenue model. So Chetta Works app is free to download our idea is free to download for App Store and Google Play. And then how we get our income is through 10% service charge to the clients and 10% service charge to the printers, which is the printing shop. So we did competitive analysis, and we have all three. For Xprint, they have a printing service, wide range, it's online, but they don't have a printing app, and they can't calculate the price automatically, immediately, and they don't have delivery. While Photobook has a printing app, but it's just a photo book, nothing more, nothing less. So this is our timeline. So we aim to launch the product on Google Play and App Store on 2021, and then hope for 2022 we'll get 20K clients and 20K printers, and further enhance the feature for clothing printing, and further in 2024 for registered client to go up to 550K, and maybe in the future we will include 3D printing with delivery. So thanks. Yeah, it's an ideation, but I'm throwing this idea out to everyone so that to know whether it's valid or not, and whether people are interested to invest in this. Possibly it will cost around 300 to 500,000 for around Malaysia. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Do you do any market survey in terms of the client and also the company?
Because we were working for 10 years as a client, as an agent, printing agent. So we have the range of clients and the range of printers. So we are familiar with good printers, bad printers, and it's more on capturing the printers and clients together in one app, so that we can leverage on the application instead of doing it offline.
Okay. So your platform will list out a list of printers for people to choose from, is it?
Printers meaning the printing shop?
Yeah.
It's actually selected in according to the range of delivery.
Oh, okay. So that means the user only books printing through you, and
yes.
then you will match to the nearest.
Yes, correct.
Printer.
We're matching it. It's similar like Grab with the customer of the one wanting to go from point A to B, and the driver to bring them to point A to B. But we make it as printing as a service instead of Yeah.
So it's totally the user only sees you, but back end you'll be matching throughout the 20,000.
Yes, that's why the cost is quite high. Aiming. Yeah, we're calculating it. It will be quite high because the back end is a lot.
Okay.
It's more on the back end side. The servers and so on.
Right. Okay. I see the advantage that you have compared to most other platforms would be that your industry experience and your connections to the printers. I think one competitor you should also analyze is Sprintla.
Come again?
Are you aware of a startup called Sprintla?
Sprintla.
Yeah, Sprintla.
Oh, sorry, I'm not familiar.
That one you should take a look at as well because they're doing printing as a service, but they have no delivery service.
All right.
It's
So
like
that's my
your winning point. But they already quite in the market for I think 2 to 3 years, and you should take a look at that. Other than that, so you'll be targeting the mass market or the corporate clients more?
Because our client is because our portfolio of clients is from corporate and to individuals. We have our own database as well. But if let's say Magic can give us mentorship on who to choose, who to work on this, because this is our first time launching. We are actually offline usually, and then this is the first time we're ideating to something online.
I have one question. Actually, I'm the customer for Xprint before. Xprint.
Okay.
So, in terms of doing app, how you want to make sure that all the file is uploaded? Because if you do printing, all the file size is very big. So how you want to make sure that if you're using phone, the one is not the big issue for the customer?
Meaning the customer download it, want to upload to the store. Possibly we have to have website as well to support that. Because phone maybe the capacity is not that much. But the sale point is the printing app because we are aiming for documents. So documents is not that large. If let's say we are aiming for something bigger such as project printing, the poster, something like that, will be more expensive.
So currently, offline, you're operating this whole business offline, right?
Yes, correct.
And you are doing the same thing where you match to.
Yes, correct.
So how is it? Let's say your current revenue is like, I don't know, 50 or a certain amount. I say amount X.
Okay.
How much of impact you think by taking it into an app and as a service and delivery? How much of an improvement in revenue or you expect?
As we are doing it in the Klang Valley only, with this app we can reach out to Malaysia and Sabah Sarawak. So I think if let's say we make it like a factor of, we have 14 states, it will be 14 times maybe. Because we're only in the Klang Valley area.
So your main focus once you get the app up and running is that you need to go get business development people to go and acquire those printers lah.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
I have one question in terms of monetizing your product. So basically, if you order one poster, basically it's around five ringgit. So if you charge 10%, it's maybe 50 cents.
Okay.
That means you charge 50 cents to the printing company and 50 cents to your customer. So that means then you need to deliver the things.
Delivery should be by third party.
Okay. Sorry.
We don't want to, meaning this app is like leveraging to other people instead of doing that. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so we move on to the last startup to pitch for today. Please welcome Bibip.
This is next. Hi, morning. I'm Jack, and today I'll bring you something new in the App Store, and I name it BB Messenger. What's BB Messenger? Before we know what's BB Messenger, I would like to talk about the apps we're using nowadays. It can be categorized in something they are forced to use, and something we get benefit from it, and something is truly our interest. If one day we're lost in middle somewhere, and we craft from the sound from heaven in 300 meters, turn left. This ways. Okay, one day I'm going somewhere, and I'm lazy to be a driver. I just grab my phone and use Grab. Back in 10 years ago, if I want to text somebody, I use SMS. That every word counts. But thank God, WhatsApp appeared, and I saved my bucks. And we go to benefits there. I have cash, I have Visa and MasterCard. Why do I use e-wallet? Why? Because I pay, I check, and I get rewards. Why do I use e-commerce? Why do I buy online? I get rewards again. We talk about social media app. There's something that I just love to use it. Okay, now, what can BB do? We talk about BB. It can be something that you can imagine and something that you can't imagine. It's something that we send messages based on car plate number. Individuals that who own a vehicle, they don't know each other, but they can send message to each other. For the haters, when you want to express your emotion, do not use stick, do not use helmet, use BB. For the lovers, when you want to buy someone a drink, use BB. Okay, now it's 2020. It's not 2000. It's not the time. It's not the time that WhatsApp born. We cannot just provide free service as WhatsApp. In 2020, we are talk about revenue. How do we generate revenue? I'll need 500, no, 5 million, sorry. I'll need 5 million ringgit to create 100 of car wash shops that you come to me, you support me, you give me the cost of living, you make me sustain, I'll wash your car. There's a lot of vehicles in Malaysia right now, and we know there's 13 million of cars on road that registered. And my target is 1 million users in the first year that we provide half price of the car wash service to the car owners. Okay, I think maybe we can go to the Q&A session. That's all. Yeah.
Hi. Okay, I have one question. So actually your startup is more on your apps or your car wash?
This app.
It's more, your app is more like messaging system, right?
Yes, correct.
So how you relate between your apps and also your car wash?
Car wash is just a marketing strategy instead of a blast in the social media software that cost me a bomb.
Okay. First of all, you're very brave to come up there and pitch that.
Thank you.
idea.
Thank you.
Okay, let's move on to the comments lah. So first thing, your pitch, your problem statement was non-existent. You didn't quite tell or elaborate on what kind of problem are you solving. So what kind of problem are you solving?
This is still in the validation stage.
So
yes.
what inspired you to come up with this idea?
You mean this kind of thing?
This entire idea. What made you want to do this idea?
This is back in 2 years ago, and I couldn't find something similar like this, and just try to make it.
Like, was there a problem you faced where someone hit you in the car, and then you want to find the person's contact the person or something?
That's not me, but I think there's somebody here, maybe.
Like, what's the trigger that made you want to do this idea? I want to understand a bit.
I just allowed strangers to talk with strangers.
Okay, to communicate, to drop down the barrier and.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. So I think one thing about pitches is that you need to have a strong problem statement, like a problem that many people face, so that people would pay to want to use to basically be a customer of your business. One thing.
Yeah.
Number two is I think it's quite creative, whereby you pitch an app, but the revenue model has nothing to do with the app. It's a car wash.
Yes.
That came as a surprise. So I think you should decide whether are you pitching it for. I feel they can be two separate pitches, so you can decide whether you want to pitch about app or pitch about car wash. It's two separate. It can be two separate businesses, but if you want to brand it under one, I guess it's possible. And I think there's a reason why people don't use car plates to communicate at the moment, because I think there's privacy issue. You can't really find out the owner's information that readily unless you're police or.
Our app is listed in the App Store since 2018, and I think Apple did a job for this privacy concern.
Wait, hold on.
They approved that.
This app is on the App Store right now.
Yes.
Okay. So if I search his carpet, I can message him.
Sure, you can.
Really? Okay, I'll check this app out later. Pretty
Thank you.
fascinating. So what's your user base like?
My user base is like 3,000 users.
3,000 users. Is that like total registered users or daily active or monthly active users?
Daily active user, because now actually I'm backed by Oppo Malaysia, and all the Oppo staff, they have installed the app.
All the Oppo phones come with this app?
No, I mean the workers.
Oh, the workers.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so other than the messaging through carpet feature, what other features do you have?
We're doing we are working on the location based and emergency contact. Let's say someone they're trouble in the car accident, that we need to contact their sibling or some parent, someone. So that's the way.
Okay. The app is existing. How about the car wash?
The car wash, I'm not really worried about that, because we have backed by this JNT Express also, so they'll help us for the operation.
The car wash is a future plan, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So how long is this app on the App Store again? Like, how long has it been operating?
2 years.
2 years lah. Okay, interesting. So what's your next step for the app?
Make it happen.
Huh?
I'll make sure everyone install it.
Increase user growth?
Yes.
Okay, all the best to that.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, so we have end all of the startup that pitched for today, but let's hear up the feedback from regulars about this event and for the audience that come for today, and also for our online viewers via Facebook. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, let's please welcome Mr. Darren Tan to give a few words.
Okay, first of all, thank you everyone for coming for the very first Group or Chill of 2020. Okay, coming out this to Cyberjaya and all the way out to the south here early morning. About the pitches, pretty interesting. Some of it are existing ideas, some of it are very new idea. Some idea I didn't thought it was real, but it's on the App Store apparently. So I'll check that out. I'll definitely check that out. Yeah, it's good to see in 2020 that many young blood is venturing into entrepreneurship. That's a very good, nice sign to see. Basically, I think a wrap up is that be clear on how to be sustainable. Okay, for any startups, treat it like a business as well, not just rely on funding rounds to sustain and acquire customers. You should also focus on breaking even and achieving profit. Ultimately, that's the end goal, right? So focus on that lah if you are ever venturing into startup.
Thank you, Darren. So we have come to the end of the event for today. I would like to say thank you to all for coming for our event for today. But after this, we provide some refreshment for you guys. So now is the networking session. So feel free to network with all the audience here. Yeah. So I hope to see you again in the future. So thank you so much, everyone. So thank you.